Mate, that's massively needed, man. I can't tell you how needed that is. I think we're live. I can't tell. Oh yeah, I think we are. Whoops.
We're live?
Yeah.
Okay then, well, hello everyone and welcome along to the second round of the ILR1 season. We were given an absolute cracker last time out in Melbourne and now we head to the Far East. It's the Chinese Grand Prix here from Shanghai International Circuit. Alongside me, as always, we've got Jamie. And
Right.
Jamie, well, if we can follow up the ILR3 race during the week or the race in Albert Park in ILR1 last week, we're going to be in for a cracker, aren't we?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. If this race tops the ILR3 race in China, mate, we'll be in for a shocker. Tell you that much, son.
Well, it is going to be an absolute thriller, I can assure you that. The cars are about to head out onto the racetrack. We've got a Williams coming down nice and early. They're going to be the first man out on track. Ferrari getting ready to bring their cars out. Both Williamses rushing out of the pits here for qualifying. And Jamie, I don't know about you, and I know a lot of people do not like this Shanghai circuit, but I am a massive fan. I love it. I get great racing around here. I always used to enjoy driving it as well when I used
Yeah.
to race in league races. What's
Oh,
your opinion? Do you
here's
like it? Do you hate it?
it's a rough one. Do you remember back in like I would probably say Twitter back in 2015-ish? Everyone seemed to hate the Chinese Grand Prix, and everyone said, "Oh, it's a dreadful track. It's a boring Tilker-inspired track." But like literally after like the last couple years, I don't know. A lot of people are starting to rate China a lot more. Like China's not as hated as it used to be. I actually like it as a track, and it used to be my least favorite track at one point. I don't know, man. It's
Yeah.
growing on people. I think it's a solid track. I enjoy it. It does
Yes.
put in some really good races, especially for like ILR. We have yet to see a bad race in China like ever in this league, and we're on what, season 3?
Yeah, we won't see one today, I can assure you that.
Oh yeah.
It might be without Lewis, who of course was involved in that big battle all race long at the front last week in Australia, which was eventually won by the world champion and now championship leader Beastas. And he'll be looking, Jamie, to go into this Chinese Grand Prix. No teammate, no big rival in his teammate, but to try and extend his advantage out in front. But he will have a few rivals, won't he? We know Cliffy can be quick. We know Bugatti, he was the star of the show last week, showing that he has more pace than we first thought. And obviously as well the likes of Falcon and Michael. Anyone else, Jamie, that you think could threaten? Is Michael Davis returning from his holiday going to be threatening at the front? What about Gordon N as well? Two other drivers.
Oh
Who
yeah,
do
you
see?
got some quick drivers. I can see the likes of maybe I can see Falcon turning it up, screwing his. Ooh, what was he almost loses it out of the final corner as he's winding up his lap. I can see Falcon screwing his head on finally and trying to. Hopefully, I mean he needs to, because I mean I haven't. He's quick, but he's just extremely inconsistent. He's probably the most inconsistent driver in the league. But if he can screw his head on, I think he's up there with the likes of Beastas, Gunnanen, and maybe even Cliffy, you know, and alongside Michael too. My IRT Michael, and you know, maybe even Local Butts can throw a spanner in the works. You never know. As
Yeah, well,
Falcon
Ross
looks up heavy.
Yeah, Falcon of course missed out last weekend, unfortunately. Right before the start of the race, I think his connection went, and that meant he was ruled out of the Australian Grand Prix. Not the best start to his season. I was tipping him to have a good weekend in Melbourne, and
Yeah.
they'll be hoping to try and finally deliver here in China. Didn't win at all in season 2 on the F1 2017 game. He did win in season 1, but of course that was on F1 2016. So he's yet to prove that he can win races on this game against a field like this with Beastas, Gordon N and many others, as we've already mentioned, in the field. So we'll keep on board with Falcon as he comes through that banked right-hander and down one of the longest straights on the Formula 1 calendar. And Jamie, this is where we'll see a lot of overtaking in the race tomorrow, isn't it?
Oh yeah, and the thing is, I think. Well, what do you think are going to be 2 hot overtaking zones? I think this corner right here, the heavy braking zone at the hairpin, and I also think the run down to turn 4, the end of sector 1, is also a good overtaking spot too. I think that's where we're going to see most of our passes today. Not as much through turn 1 though, because not enough straight to pick up the toe. So I think those are going to be our 2 hot. Wow, 31.9. Jeez.
Oh,
Jeez.
dipping down right away. Falcon 131.9, the first time on the board, and there is a blistering one from Falcon. He lowers the bar immediately. 31.9. It's me, your ILR2 champion, only goes and does a 32.7. Michael now 32.2. So that gives you a quick idea of how good that opening effort is from
Yeah.
Falcon. What about Zalin? He's coming around the final corner. Can he dip into the 31s? The Shimasi goes third on a 32.3. Zeta Mercedes goes fourth on a 32.6, and Zalin goes sixth off 6 with a 32.7. So a lot of cars going to be in around the 1 minute 32s, particularly the mid 32s, I think, over this session, as Lickel now does the 32.6. So from, what's that, 4th position down to 8th position, separated by 1/10 in the midfield, could be very, very tight. But early on, Jamie, that time from Falcon looking really ominous indeed, isn't it?
That's rapid, but you know what? Let's see what Beastas does here. He's coming through the hairpin now. He's just around the hairpin, about to head into the final corner. That's a really rapid time, you know. Oh, Gunnarsson comes within a 10th and a half. What can Beastas do? He comes to the line, runs it a bit wide. That's going to ruin his lap a bit. And that's going to put him at the top.
Still goes quickest. Wow. But there's time in that, isn't there? It's a great effort from Beastas. He goes quickest of all. And with that big slide out the final corner, Jamie, you have to feel there's more time.
That could have been much quicker. That could have been much quicker.
There's more time in that Toro Rosso. And that will be concerning for quite a lot of the field to see Beastas go as quick as that despite that error in the final corner. He does have an advantage, but look how tight it is in that midfield group. As I was saying, Cliffy, what were we saying, Lickel roughly on that 132.6, right down to 11th place, 132.7, so about a 10th covering 5 cars. That's incredible, absolutely incredible. In fact, 9/100ths of a second covering 7th to 11th. Wow.
Here comes Matt, and he pulls in, says nope. Lap's not going to be set. Let's take a look here.
What about Jack Gooding's out there?
Yeah, Beastas' teammate.
Will he be going 19th of 19, do you think, Jimmy?
I guess we'll find out, right? Hey, let's see. It's always interesting to see what kind of lines people take to that corner. Because you go to the S, right? Some people like to hug the apex of the first part of the S and then swing the car in all the way into the second part. It's an interesting line, but I mean, you risk having the car slide out completely from underneath you. So it's kind of cool watching what kind of lines drivers will be taking through that corner throughout the race too.
Yeah, well, being I wouldn't be surprised if we see Jack Gooding. If we keep an eye on Beastas. A lot of people will be watching Beastas' lap back from that qualifying lap 131.9. And we're looking at his lines, because as you say, Jamie, there's so many different lines you can take through that section in the middle of the lap. And even when you wind down onto the long back straight as well, there's a couple of different lines. As Jack gets a huge kick of oversteer in that Toro Rosso. He's currently 19th of 19, only 11 with a time on the board. 12 with a time on the board. Can he beat Brandon? No, he can't. He goes 2/10 slower than Brandon, and he's 13th of the 13 drivers to set a time. We've got KB Killerzone and Calic Rist, both reserve drivers, and they are appearing in ILR1 for the first time. They must start from the back of the field, so that's why their names is greyed out. They've retired from the session, and they must start from the rear of the field as reserve drivers. They are replacing, of course, Hungry Tadpoles and Lewis, who cannot make it tonight. So that's why they are here, and that's why their names are greyed out with no time on the board. But with 4.5 minutes to go, it is Beastas on top with the 131 at 0.976. He's just quicker by 0.005 of a second over Falcon in second. It's Gunnarsson in third. Michael is fourth. Shimasi fifth. Cliffy sixth. Volt Lickel is 7th. Sarah Mercedes 8th. Michael Davis 9th. And it's me, the ILR2 champion, rounds out the top 10. 3 other drivers with a time on the board. Zalon at 132.7 and 11th. And Brandon 12th. The ILR3 champion, of course, 133.6. And Jack Gooding is last of all of the drivers to do a time at 133.8. But Jamie, that midfield especially looking really, really tight.
Really tight, yeah. I mean, when you look about it, the gaps aren't too massive. I mean, you got about a 10th almost between everyone. But that's looking like a solid midfield there from about 5th to about, or 4th to 11th. Or 5th to 11th, sorry. Yeah. So yeah, maybe I think we're going to be in for a good one, mate. Tell you that much.
Yeah, we sure will be. I mean, is there anyone in there that will be disappointed with the position at the moment? Zalon possibly. And he only needs to find a 10th.
It's me trying to improve.
The sharp end. It's me out there trying to improve. Where is he? Let's pick him up.
Nah, he just stayed 10th.
Starting one now.
I thought, no, he's starting one now, yeah.
Yep, so it's me in the Haas, of course, ILR2 champion, won it in style last year. A few arguments saying that Matt Tibos, given the fact he joined late, had he joined at the start, would have given It's Me a real run for his money in the title race, and that is, of course, why Matt Tibos did enough to earn an ILR1 slot. He's currently in the pits with no time on the board. And here is It's Me then, rounding the hairpin. I think he was 8th last time out in Albert Park, a few points on the board. Was it 8th? It was 8th or 6th, I can't remember.
I think it was 6th, actually, I can't remember.
6th possibly, I can't quite remember. I'll have to have a look back at that, but It's Me 10th at the moment in that Haas. Can he try and move himself up towards the sharp end? Only 3/10 he needs to find to get up into the top 5, so he will feel as if there's a possibility or an opportunity to do just that. So It's Me going hard Is there a Mercedes starting a quick one as well at the moment? But it's me, the furthest round the racetrack at the moment. 2.5 minutes to go in the session. A lot of drivers winding up to start their final runs. As it's me, has Michael in front of him, who probably got out of the way as best as he could. It might have affected it's me a little bit though, with dirty air going through that long banked corner. And he now picks up a toe from the car in front, a really distant toe, as he finds the braking point at the 100-metre board for that hairpin, where we'll see a lot of overtaking tomorrow. Now, out of the hairpin, up towards the final corner. This tricky left-hander, so easy to run wide on the exit. Here comes It's Me, 10th at the moment, round the final corner, across the start-finish line, and he goes 5th. Great effort from the ILR2 champion. And there you go. I said he only needs to find a few tenths to get into the top 5, and he's done just that. Track evolution proving to make a difference there. Great effort from It's Me, Jamie.
Great effort. That means that either the track is improving or that's just a very, very solid lap. Jeez.
Yeah. Well, we'll see if he can stay there as we now go to ZR Mercedes, who's currently 9th fastest, 6 tenths off the pole. He started the lap second of the second, well, he was second man to start the second runs behind It's Me, so we'll keep an eye on him as he sends the Renault through the final corner, and It's Me now retires. ZR Mercedes for the line, stays
I think he's winding one up.
5-1. I think he made a mistake, Jamie.
Yeah.
Must have been a mistake, so he's going again, because it was definitely an actual lap. So It's Me out of the session.
Is this the kind of track we want to do slowly? 2 laps in a tyre, though?
No, not at all. It's certainly one that can be sold on tyres, isn't it, Jamie?
Yeah.
2-stop this afternoon, do you think?
For some drivers. I don't see everyone one-stopping. The front 5 will one-stop, though, I can guarantee you that.
Yeah. So Falcon, Michael's abandoned his current lap, Jamie. Maybe he's winding another one up. I seen that Lickle was going slowly. What about Falcon? He's quite far around the lap. And he's on one at the moment, going through that long sweeping right-hander onto that back straight. Was there a mover there in the order? We've got 14 miles on the board. Johnny's gone 10th. But we're still waiting on ace of pace. Matt and Bugatti doing a time as we watch Falcon come towards the end of the lap. Currently 5,000 slower than Bistas. Can he finally knock Bistas off the top? He's been promising some pace in recent weeks. He never got to show it last week in Albert Park. What can he do this time? Round the final corner. Clutty's in a nightmare. Zalon's gone up to set.
Huge moment for Falcon. Yes, he's done it.
Quickest.
He's done it.
3 tenths.
He's done it.
An effort from Falcon. He's lowered the bar significantly. And now Pistas has got a real tricky situation here. Can he knock Falcon off the top? He's got to find a full 3 tenths. And that was with a major Falcon slide. What about Donovan? He's going again. Michael going again. Bugatti on his only lap goes 5th quickest. It's Me now 6th. Zalon 7th. Shimasi 8th. And we ride with Shimasi coming up towards the final corner in the Ferrari. Ferrari fans everywhere in the world, every circuit you go to, they'll be hoping Shimasi can do better than 8th. He heads for the line. He goes second.
He goes second.
Where did they find that?
Oh my, here comes Bistas. Final corner.
Bistas.
No big slide this time.
Spoil the party for Falcon. Heads for the line.
Oh no, he can't.
Only second, and Falcon might be on for a surprise pole here. Bistas is beaten, and Shimasi is 3rd. What about Conan though? He's still on a quick lap. Can he send to force India to the top of the time sheets? Here comes the Finnish driver round the final corner here in China. Can he put the Force India on pole? Got an end for the line. He stays 4th quickest.
Michael.
And he can't do it.
Here comes Michael, the penultimate.
Here comes the McLaren Honda, currently 5th. That looks very, very
That was very clean. That was very clean. No.
Okay, interesting. Zalon now, he stays 9th, and that looks to be it. Brandon's gone 16th in his final effort, and that is it. That rounds off the session. Falcon on top, and he takes pole for the Chinese Grand Prix. Well, the track did improve quite a bit towards the end, Jamie, but Falcon found the time he needed to go on to pole, and he takes it with a 1:31.676, a 10th.5 quicker than Bistas. Surprised, Jamie?
To be fair, I knew he had the pace in him. I just didn't expect a gap like that, especially with a huge slide. You know what I mean? Because he slid out of the final corner, and Bistas did initially slide out of the final corner in his lap too, but he kept it so clean. I thought for sure he was going to take pole position, but I guess not.
Well, there you go. Fantastic effort from Falcon. It did look, Jamie, I agree with you, that he wasn't going to improve after that final corner, but he must have made up so much time in the middle of the lap, and it was enough to put His car, the Williams, on pole. After missing out last week, he responds in the best possible manner. He's on pole with Bistas second. Shimasi, surely he's the star of the show, Jamie. Where did he pull that from?
That's an incredible lap. That is an incredible lap. Hopefully, I think he's in his car. He disconnected, but he came back, so hopefully he's still here.
Well, that's good.
I think that's the one time you might be happy for the time you remain English.
Yeah, absolutely.
They gave him time to get back in his car, so he should be good.
Well, that's good to see. So, great effort from Shimasi. Potentially the star of the show. We'll give you a quick rundown of the order in a few moments' time. But from looking at that, I think Shimasi's done a great job. But there you go. There is your Chinese Grand Prix qualifying results. It's Falcon on pole for Williams with a 1:31.6. A tenth and a half quicker than Bistas, who was second in the Toro Rosso. Shimasi, my star of the show. Great effort in third, 2 tenths shy of pole. Gone in fourth. Looked really quick today, and Falcon, Michael, only fifth. He'll be disappointed. Bugatti sixth with his one run. It's me seventh. Great effort for the ILR2 champion. Bistas was eighth. Salin ninth, and Cliffy rounds out the top 10. Well, Jamie, who's your star? For me, Shimasi.
Shimasi, 100%.
Well.
Oh, and it's me with a solid lap too. Man, I'm just looking how rapid those times are, man. ILR3's pole would put you, what, 15th on that grid? Wow. What a competitive grid. Which is good to see. Jack did a really good job of balancing the tiers out. Because now ILR1 is representative of ILR1, ILR2 is representative of ILR2, and then 3 and 4 is the same. Yep. He's done a really good job.
He sure has. And of course, well, ILR3 and ILR4 you expect to be quite similar, of course. Given that ILR4 is just brand new, it's raw, so we need to wait a season before we can really properly sort out the ILR4 drivers into where they should be. But of course, it's good to see, and it's really healthy for ILR in the future. But now we have the small matter of ILR1 at the Chinese Grand Prix, the cream of the crop, Jamie, isn't it?
Oh, yes, sir.
It's going to be an absolute thriller, and if it's anything like Albert Park last week, it will be brilliant. In a few moments' time, we will run you through the grid once more with their tyre compounds. Obviously, the top 10 all will be starting on Supersofts, as they all qualify on the Supersofts as the formation lap gets underway, and we can now bring up those tyre compounds and see what the guys outside the top 10 choose. But there you go, the top 10, Jamie, as we suspected, and obviously they're forced into it. Top 10 all on Supersofts. Interestingly, only Lickle outside the top 10 has chosen the Supersofts. So there's an interesting one. Everyone else going for either soft or medium.
It could work in his favor though, seeing as what do you call it? The Supersofts can easily make it to about lap 11 if you're not qualified on that set. So I mean, with Lickle blocks being so close to the top 10, you know, I think it might not be a bad shout to go for maybe a more of an aggressive strategy, and then just bolting on the Supersofts. But that's probably something I don't know. Maybe it might pay off for him. We'll see. What's up?
Well, Jamie, you obviously ran really well in China during the week there for ILR3. What was your strategy? What did you do? What did you find the easiest for yourself?
Well, what I meant to, I was supposed to qualify on the Supersofts, right? Well, I qualified on the Supersofts, but I did the lap in standard. That way I can go on the softs and put it in max. But I blew the braking zone because the wings were too low. And so I was like, okay, we'll just start in the softs and go from softs to medium. And actually, that strategy worked very well. I just didn't fuel the car up enough to attack in the second stint, which kind of came back to bite me. But honestly, the softs mediums were the best because for some reason I was the fastest car on track in the first stint in the softs. So I mean, it could have been better, but hey, I think the softs to mediums is a really good strategy, and maybe even an unqualified set of Supersofts to mediums is also a pretty solid strategy too, because the mediums are very good. They get quicker as the higher the wear is for some reason. I guess the fuel's offloading too, but yeah,
the fuel's helping it out more than
the more than the tires wearing, yeah.
Well, there you go. We'll find out as the race gets underway. But you expect all Supersoft runners to go on to medium? Do you think the tire was too high for anything else?
If you're a wheel user and you start on a fresh set of supers, you can do Supersoft soft. To be fair, I think Yannick, who won in ILR3, did Supersoft soft on a qualified set of Supersofts, though.
Wow.
So yeah.
We'll see how that goes.
Yeah.
Well, we're now nearly there. We're going to find out how the strategy will unfold in a few moments' time as all the cars line up on the grid. We are ready for the start of the Chinese Grand Prix. It's round 2 of the championship. Bistas, your world champion, alongside Falcon. Falcon has the pole. Bistas has the championship lead and a title to his name. Who will come out on top here today? What about Shimasi with that great effort yesterday in qualifying? What about Conan and Michael? We'll find out as the lights go out. Now here in Shanghai, away they go, and it's Falcon holding the lead as they run towards turn 1. He moves across, but he has a clear lead as they head through to the first corner now, and it is him from Pistas. Shimasi and Goronen very, very close going through turn 1. It looks like Goronen has the upper hand, has himself ahead into third place. Shimasi dropping down, but it's all clear for Falcon. He leads from Pistas, Shimasi and Goronen, and Michael in fifth. Bugatti is sixth. It's me dropping down as Michael Davis now climbs up to 7. We've got a crash at the back, and who's that? That is
it's me. Oh,
that's a shame for him.
That's a shame.
Such a great effort in qualifying. Now his race has been undone immediately. Meanwhile, Goronen is going side by side with Michelangelo, going through the high-speed left-hander. Look at that. And is Goronen going to keep himself ahead, or is Michael going to sweep round the outside of him? It looks like he is, and he should have the inside now. And the position, and through goes Michael. I think, yes, up into fourth position. Oh, we got a big moment there for Goronen.
For the both of them.
Bugatti right behind him. So they all funnel their way through that middle sector with Falcon still in the lead. There's a few more positions changing there. Zalin up to 6th. Goronen now down to 7th. They'll have end to start. Lickle all over him. And Bugatti in 9th. But Pistas right up behind Falcon on this opening lap.
Onto that 1 kilometer straight.
Except all it's me, Jamie. Good start.
Yeah, I feel sorry for him, mate. I mean, he's not too far off the back of the pack, but that's just unfortunate. He doesn't have any damage. What I see is the Force India and the McLaren are going side by side. I think is that Goronen making a move on Zalin. Yep, made a stick. Good stuff for Force India there.
Yeah, Goronen right up in the thick of it at the start of the race. We now lose Johnny. What's happened to Johnny?
Oh no!
He's in the wall big time. Well, one Williams leading, the other one in the wall. And out of the race.
You know what? What's happened?
Johnny R95.
Oh yeah, Matt and the boys are the pits, and Calic. Oh, that's unfortunate for his start. But Callum is up into 16th now, and he's just not looking too good on those supers either. Unfortunate as we got more action from Zalin and local blocks here. I think that's local blocks. Wait. Sorry, I just gotta get the right camera here.
On the inside. Oh, Zalin, is he going to make it stick? Zalin on the outside. He'll squeeze him up against the curb, and he does make it stick, does Lickle blocks.
Good
well,
move.
The Force Indians are Lickle and Goronen and Zalin all been in a scrap since the lights went out, and they're just about 3 or 4 minutes ago. They've been side by side. More than they've been on their own in the opening lap and a half. And finally, it might have returned to normality. Goronen dropping to 6th from the start. Lickle now 7th. Zalin 8th with Bugatti.
Yeah, it's all over the back of that McLaren.
Interestingly, Jamie, Pistas sticking with Falcon.
Yeah.
The DRS is open. That could get very tasty indeed.
I don't think Falcon has the race pace, because Pistas is all over that diffuser. I mean, he's even keeping up with the dirty air too.
Hold on, Jamie. Bugatti looked like he was lining up Zalin, got on the grass on the way through the banked corner, and now Michael Davis is going to try and attack him. Michael Davis, of course, missed out last weekend due to a holiday. He's going to try and go around the outside of Bugatti. Bugatti goes deeper into the corner. Michael Davis should get the better exit in the battle for 9th and 10th, but Bugatti holds firm, holds 9th place, and Michael Davis remains stuck behind as they begin the 3rd lap. But as you say, Jamie, Falcon might not have the race pace this afternoon, because Shimasi's sticking there as well, as is Michael, and the front 4 or 5 all very closely matched. Cliffy, though, struggling a little bit to keep on to them, maybe a second and a bit back.
Yeah, wow.
If they start battling, Cliffy will get there.
Yeah, 100%. I think Michael was the fastest lap too, the 36 dead, so it just shows you how absolutely rapid these guys are. But it's just amazing these cars are following each other very, very well in the dirty air. I thought that would be a problem, especially coming on that long, winding right-hander into the back straight. These cars are able to follow each other quite well, which is something I wasn't able to do on Thursday. But it's good to see, though. It makes better close racing.
It sure does. And maybe, Jamie, that might have been down to your softer tyres in the first stint. Sorry, your harder tyres in the first stint, maybe. That might have been the factor. But lap 3 of the 2028. Let's have a quick look at the position changes then from that opening lap, that relentless start to the Grand Prix. Let's see, we've got the front 3 unchanged. Michael up 1, Cliffy up 5. That kind of almost went unnoticed. Up 5 places has gone Cliffy. Great start. Goronen down 2. Lickle up 5 as well. So a great start for those guys. That's me down 9, the big loser. But yeah, Lickle and Cliffy making a lot of progress early on as they all go down towards the brakes at the end of that long straight. And Pistas not close enough this time.
I think it was just a tad bit of lag from Falcon there, but I think Shimasi really closed up on Pistas. I don't know if Pistas came out of the throttle in the straight or what, but Shimasi's really closed that gap. It's a huge train here for the battle for first place. Hopefully that wasn't any connection issues there from Falcon. It looks like he's lagging just a tad bit. As yeah, look at the pace of these guys. Going on 35.9. The whole train is catching up to Falcon.
All very, very tight at the front. Gone and yeah, right on the tail of Cliffy as well. Cliffy struggling to stick with them, and now Gone and fancies outlook at the back of that Red Bull as we got a yellow in sector 3. I take it that'll be Jack and Brandon maybe. Because I see they've changed places.
No, actually.
Don't know what's happened there. We got a yellow.
I think it's Kalik. Kalik has spun it.
Kalik. All right. Okay, so Kalik down at the back on his ILR1 debut, not having the greatest.
He's not having it.
No. Zone though, having a reasonable start to his ILR1 career. 13th at the moment. Trying to stick with ace of pace despite being on the hardest of compounds here this weekend. Super soft, soft and medium are your tyre compounds as Gone and looking really racy behind Cliffy. I think he'll be a bit anxious, Jamie. He might want to get his race back underway after that horrendous start and try and get back ahead of Cliffy, because Cliffy, he's not exactly being dropped, but he's certainly not threatening the guys in front, is he, the way the other ones are?
Yeah, and it just doesn't help that Gunnan as his teammate.
Hold on, Jamie. Beastars right on the back of Falcon. And Falcon got a little bit of a tail happy there, coming out of the back corner. And now Beastars, down one of the longest straights in Formula 1, has got a great run. He's got the DRS open, but Falcon seems to have quite a good straight line.
Oh my goodness me!
A late lunge on the inside. That was absolutely sensational from Beastars. What a move that is! That was Daniel Ricciardo, Max Verstappen is brilliant from Beastars, and the world champion shows what he's made of and takes the lead away. And now he immediately goes into defence down the straight because he knows Falcon's got straight line speed. Wowee! What a ducking dive that was from Beastars.
What an absolute dummy! Oh man! He caught me on the McLaren and the Ferrari going side by side. Oh, and the Red Bull, the Force India too.
Oh wow, it's 2x2. It's like Noah's Ark out there. Unbelievable. Gone and trying his best to get past Cliffy. Meanwhile,
Michael's done it on Shimasi.
Has been done by Michael. Michael takes third place away and Shimasi drops to 4th. Meanwhile, Beastars has taken the lead from Falcon, who will be gutted to have been overtaken. But Jamie, can you really argue that he could have defended that harder? I don't think he could.
Oh, I think did you disconnect?
Yeah, I've disconnected. I'll be back.
It's okay.
I don't know what happened there.
Oh, Falcon's left. I think Falcon's Falcon's connection has just been shocking the entire race. I'm not surprised that fell apart. As sorry, I was just about to commentate that 2 Force Indians almost making contact out of the turn 4, and man, they're looking hot on the heels of Cliffy here. Oh man, as Falcon's just dropping back and back and back, and that's unfortunate for him. His connection just wasn't holding out this whole time. As the Force Indians are getting really close, look how close Cliffy is in the diffuser of Gunnan, but I think Gunnan is probably going to get the move done here on Cliffy. Man, these Force Indians are looking rapid, mate.
Yeah, they
well, actually, hold on. The Force Indians are going to go side by side in the hairpin. That's Voltek's local on his teammate Gunnan side by side. Does he get the move done? He squeezes him just a tad bit, and I think, does he get the move done? No, he doesn't. Gunnan holds on as there's a yellow flag in sector 2.
They're really scrapping, Jamie, aren't they? They're scrapping like mad.
They're scrapping like mad.
Gunnan and Lickel really scrapping like crazy out there, and Lickel maybe feels as if he's a quicker driver as he goes a little bit deep into turn 1. And does he feel he's quicker? The mechanics start saying, or the team, the engineers maybe start saying to Gunnan, you might want to move aside. I don't know, but he's Gunnan looks like he's quite quick as well. The problem is, he's not really threatening Cliffy for a move, because we know Cliffy isn't as quick as the front three, don't we?
No. He's been dropped.
That's a shame we've lost Falcon. That is a real shame.
Yeah, his internet just wasn't holding on.
So Falcon, 2 races, 2 non-scores by the looks of it, and his title challenge is faltering already, especially with Beastars out front, Jamie, looking at a potential 50-point cushion over him.
Yep. That should see him out of the title already. That's unfortunate. Shimasi hasn't been dropped too much by Michael, though, I'll say that much. I think
Shimasi's putting in a fine performance, isn't it? The Shimasi of old, perhaps, Jamie. You could
Need him turning it up again.
And he could potentially threaten the likes of Beastars and Michael this afternoon, there's no doubt about that. We know how Michael and Beastars like a battle now and then. Can Michael close in on Beastars and make this a race between the two of them? We'll have to keep an eye. But I think Shimasi...
Wow, look at that straight line speed!
He's having a look
208.
at Michael. Meanwhile, Gunnan is having a look at Cliffy behind that, and he cannot quite find a way past the Red Bull. I get a feeling, Jamie, if Gunnan can clear Cliffy, he might be able to make a race of this further up the road. But he needs to hurry up and dispose of him as he goes round the final corner. He will have the DRS to his use now. There it goes, the flap opens up, and now Michael, sorry, now Gordon can attack Cliffy. He tries the outside on him, but Cliffy covers that off, no issues. And as you said, Shimasi's off the road. Shimasi's up the road.
Shimasi's up the road, and Gordon is side by side with the Red Bull, and it gets the move done. Or does he? They're still side by side.
Cliffy back through, and Cliffy takes it back with Shimasi in front of that, making an error, outbreaking himself into one, or colliding with Michael into one of the two. And Shimasi
here we go.
Dropped into that's late. That's late. It's aggressive. It's a little bit argy-bargy. It's on the limit. That might go to the shirts, or it might just be seen as an aggressive late move.
It looks like I don't know, because he went for the move. And Cliffy changed direction to try and defend it after he had gone for the move. So honestly, Cliffy kind of put his car in a state that he was going to always get pushed out wide. I don't know if we could call it the cleanest of moves, but I mean, you know, I can't really say. That could go either way, to be honest. Cliffy changed his line in the braking zone after going in and stuck the car to the inside. So that really could go either way.
Well, the one to watch. I mean, it's certainly a talking point for the end of the race. We're only at 1/4 race distance. It's flowing by. I mean, some great action throughout the field so far, as we now watch Lickle attack Gordon. So they both got through, both Force Indias got through as a result of that move from Gordon. And if they don't get penalised with the stewards, I don't think Gordon will care whether it was clean enough or not. I mean, he's happy, he's here to race, and that late lunge on Cliffy was enough to get him through. And I tend to agree with you, Jamie. I think it was right on the limit, but hard racing, and through went Gordon up into 4th place, and that's the way it goes. And now look at Michael, Jamie, only 7/10 behind your race leader Pistas, and seemingly has the pace to take it to him.
Let's go, boys. We've got a race in our hands.
We do have a race in our hands. So Pistas versus Michael. We all remember what happened in Austria last season. I think we all lost our heads after that one, and if we see anything like that again here today, we're in for a treat. Zalin sets the new fastest lap of the Grand Prix on those super soft tyres, a 1:35.3. So Pistas leads, Michael second, Shimasi now third and dropping back after a couple of errors, and now he's got Gordon on his tail. Lickle is behind him, with Cliffy now dropping back to 6th. Senna Mercedes is 7th, then it's Bugatti in 8th, 9th for race of pace, and now Killer Zone into the top 10 on those medium tyres. Jamie, on his debut, doing a solid job.
A solid job, an absolutely solid job.
Wow, he come into play later on. I mean, at the end of the day, he is only 12 seconds off the lead after 8 laps on a tyre that's 2 stages softer.
Yeah.
So he could threaten the likes of Shimasi and Gordon and Lickle for that final podium spot, perhaps. I mean, he's only 8 seconds behind them after 8 laps, so that will be one to watch, I think.
Michael's arrow is really killing him. He just doesn't have. He doesn't seem to have the.
Hold on, Jamie. We got a move here. We got Ace of Pace going side by side with Bugatti for 8th and 9th. And is Ace of Pace going to make the move? The Swedish driver tries to go around the outside of Bugatti. He outbreaks Bugatti. He completes the move on Bugatti and takes 8th place. But Bugatti is fighting back. He's not having any of that. But unfortunately for him, Ace of Pace on those soft tyres is just too quick as the super soft runners now decide to make the pit stop, Jamie. And that looks like it's going to be a set of medium tyres for Pistas, Shimasi, Cliffy and Bugatti. And will Michael now stretch it long enough for a set of softs? That will be one to watch, Jamie.
Well, here's the thing: is if Pistas comes out in traffic, this could be a big chance for Michael. Michael's arrow is killing him though. He doesn't seem to have the grip in sector 2. Yeah, Pistas is clean air. That's probably something that Michael doesn't want to see, because now he's going to get a bit of a gap too when he comes out.
Well, saying that, Jamie, I mean, Pistas is going to have to clear Brandon,
he's going to have to clear Lassan, Jack, and Killer.
Because, particularly Jack and Brandon before Michael comes in, if Michael's doing that move onto softs. Because if Michael comes onto softs, before he does come in for that pit stop, Pistas will have to clear at least Brandon and Jack. I don't think Pistas will get to Killer Zone before Michael pits.
Probably not.
But, I mean, if Michael is going to go long enough for a set of softs, Pistas might need to clear these two in front of him, because he will be in the next couple of laps be coming onto their tail, because they will not be in the pits soon. No way will either of those two be in the pits. And we will be keeping an eye on that then. So the pit stops are underway then, after lap 9 out of 28. So far into the pits we have had everyone from 9th down. Pistas, Zalin, Shimasi, Cliffy, Bugatti, Michael, It's Me, Matt, Falcon and Calic. And when did Zalin come in? Has he just been in?
Zalin came in on lap 6 for the supers. He's doing a 2-stop.
Well, wow, he's gained massively from that, hasn't he? Ahead of Shimasi, ahead of Cliffy, and if he's doing a two-stop, we'll see how it goes for him. Can he be a threat, maybe? Perhaps. We'll see if he can get on the tail of Pistas. The two-stop strategy is what he's going for. So one to watch is Gordon N now comes in, and he's going onto a set of medium, so he's doing the same as Pistas. So Zalin, as a result, has now jumped Shimasi, Gordon N, Cliffy, he's jumped them all, but of course the two-stop strategy is what Zalin's on, and he needs to try and push onto the tail of Pistas and really prove that he's got the pace in him to make it work. So what about Ace of Pace then? He's on the back of Killer Zone now on those soft tyres. Strangely, Killer Zone not able to pull away from Ace of Pace. I thought Ace of Pace might have started to struggle on those softs by now, but no, he's not. He's still running well. Both
he's not, but you could hear the tires screaming when it was following Killer through that corner. You could just hear the air and the front end just being lifted up. A lot of dirty air through that corner there. I think that's why Ace of Pace hasn't been able to attack him properly yet. But both of them are doing a fine job, though.
Yeah, they sure are. And I've got to ask you this, Jamie.
Huh?
Who do you think? How many laps do you think Michael needs to go here to get onto a set of soft tyres?
He needs to do roughly 2 more.
Oh wow, so he's got a good chance then. This is going to be interesting.
Here's Beastas and Brandon though. This should be really quick and easy.
Well, Brandon.
Oh, Brandon goes to defend though. Okay.
It's ILR1 champ against ILR Prix champ. There is a prize at stake here. Brandon breaks very late, tries to make it difficult for Pistas, but Pistas squeezes him out and says, "Don't make it difficult for me, I'm the champion." But there you go, Brandon's not having any of it. He comes back alongside with Pistas, doesn't want to give it in. Pistas goes wide. Brandon's like that. No, I'm a champion just the same as you are. You're going to have to do it properly. You're going to have to fight me for it. And Pistas, a little bit.
Oh, there's Michael. That's Michael coming out. Oh, Brandon runs off the track though.
Oh, Brandon doing his best to help out Michael, whether he meant it or not. And now look at that. Through goes Michael on Brandon, or does he?
I think Michael's going to have him on traction. Oh, that's huge. That's huge. That's absolutely crucial.
So early, by the way, that pit stop from Michael.
Oh, Brandon's thinking about it, but oh, very clean. Whew. At least he didn't hit him, but good try. But great driving. Great driving there from Brandon, the ILR3 champion, putting on a bit of entertainment.
Yep, showing exactly why he's the ILR3 champion. If you want to win titles, you need to fight. And Brandon has been criticised, or criticised probably not the right word. He's been critical of others, thinking that, well, I don't really like to get as racy as that. Usually, Jimmy, he's usually quite calm and doesn't really like getting too involved and too fierce. But he certainly got his elbows out there, Jimmy, didn't he? As we now look at Pistas.
Pistas trying to work on Jack here, teammates. Is Jack going to make life easy for Pistas? We'll find out here.
Oh, he might try it. He might try it. He might. Jackson Rich, so there doesn't seem like he's going to try it.
Wow, Jack has a lot of straight line speed. They're going to go side by side.
On his teammate. We're going to watch this.
Oh, it's going to be 3 wide.
3 wide into the corner, and Jack eventually moves aside. Didn't really help his teammate there, did he? Because Michael is all over the back of Pistas and on a softer compounded tyre.
Pistas must be fuming. What a run!
Pistas defends to the pit wall, almost hitting his pit wall as they run down the straight. Michael to the outside on Pistas. Can he
trying to go around the outside
of the champion? No, he can't. Now he tries the outside.
Oh wow! Pistas cuts it. Wow. Good defending there. Good defending there.
We might just be heading, Jamie,
He's
to
pushing him.
Austria battle. He's pushing him through the corner. Pick up the
what a run!
Saying, Michael all over the back of him. The Greek god on the attack. Pistas defense. Michael tries the outside again.
Looking up heavily.
The outside. What about the cutback? He tries the outside. He's going to have to go right round the outside through this left-hander.
Surely not.
Won't give him the inside for the next corner. Michael tries.
Oh, damage! Wing damage! Oh, he was pushing. He was pushing too much. No,
and that might just kill the race, stone dead.
That just killed the race.
Damages the wing, and Pistas might be counting his lucky stars there, and that might just leave the race for Pistas to sweep up, but he's not out of the woods yet because Michael is right on his tail. Even with that damage, he's pulling side by side with him. This is when he'll start to struggle though. Or does he struggle? Not really.
Not really. Oh, Pistas all the way to the grass. He almost lost it. There was no way that was intentional.
Right over to the right hand side of the track. Michael is making it clear you're not going down the inside. So Michael tries the outside.
Look at people on the back straight.
The outside of Pistas. Behind that we've got 2 by 2. Zalin attacking Shimasi, and Shimasi attacking Zalin and passing them. What about Michael? Still on the tail of Pistas despite that wing damage. He
Oh, he's got to get him here.
So it sort of equals it a little bit. DRS open, Pistas, huge defence to the inside again. Michael is going to have to break really late. Sweep around the outside, can he do it? No, he can't. Pistas defending brilliantly. What about the inside though?
Oh! He's going to try to throw the McLaren down the inside. That's how you do it, so come on.
Unbelievable. Pistas defends and holds on again. Michael right there, all over him.
I think this is it.
Rash.
I think this is it here. I don't think it's going to happen. Pistas still defends.
And this is inviting Shimasi back into it, Jamie. Pretty soon it will.
Oh, yeah. I think that's it for Michael. He's not going to have the front wing for this.
Oh, we'll see. Gentleman through this section he won't, but he might have it later on. He realised he had to try and get it done and unable to do it. But he's
not too bad. It's not too bad.
Not too bad. Not bad at all.
That's really where you need the front wing. Oh, wow. Pistas is all over the track, though.
Yeah, he's defending harder than he needs to. Certainly didn't need to get a defensive there.
No, I think he's just losing it. Half of these times, I think he's putting too much power down and the car's just going.
I don't know what's happened to Zalin, by the way. I don't know why he's so slow. Shimasi's overtaking him, and now Gordon N's about to overtake him on mediums. What's going on with Zalin? He's totally lost the plot.
Yeah, and Cliffy's there with the boys, too.
Yeah, wow, and Gordon N's attacking, and Gordon N's going to come past here on Zalin. I don't know what's happened to Zalin's pace. That two-stop is flattening out a little bit, Jimmy, isn't it? Gordon N up the inside on Zalin. And is he through? Yeah, he is. Zalin now pushed out a little bit, couldn't do the cutback.
He shouldn't be that slow on the two-stop. How is he that slow on the two-stop?
Michael pitting.
Michael's pitting. Yep.
Strange. I thought he might have battled on, but obviously
nah. Yeah, he'll destroy it. He'll destroy the tires trying to push it too hard. Anyways. Whoa! Unsafe release there from the boys. And who's that? Yep, that's Cliffy making a move down on the inside of Zalin. Zalin should not be that slow on the two-stop.
No, I don't know what's going wrong for him. It's certainly not worked out, and
it's still full wing and everything.
Oh, but yeah, exactly. I was wondering if that could have been the reason, but it's not. It's just a serious lack of pace. So Zalin really struggling to make any sort of inroads on that strategy. So Zalin struggling, and is there anyone else out? Who's yet to stop? Brandon, Zena Mercedes and Killerzone out in the front. How are they getting on now on those medium tyres? Will that be a problem for Pistas perhaps? Could that thwart him? Could that invite Shimasi into it? Nah.
I don't think so. I don't know. Shimasi likes China though. I can see Shimasi well turning it up. Yeah, I guess we'll see. I mean, he is. That gap is. I mean, I wouldn't say it's closing. I mean, it's going down every couple of tenths or every couple hundredths. But I mean, Pistas, will you have to battle Killer? Killer's doing a good job too on those mediums as well.
Yeah, Zerar's in, so that's one less car Pistas will have to battle. So Zera Mercedes is in the pits, and I presume, well, what time is he going to go on after 15, 14 laps? So it must be medium. He can't take the end super soft to the finish.
Yeah.
So here he comes. What tire does go on? I'm interested to see this. Zera Mercedes into the pits.
The mediums.
And it is a set of mediums, yes.
You shouldn't have left that late. As there's yellow flags, Matt is out. Oh my god.
Oh, he's crashed big time. Oh, Michael.
Oh, Michael.
He's been in a collision with Tibos, I think. He's
the
road.
And Jack's off too. Jack's off too.
Yeah, the three of them. I don't know what happened, but Jack Gooding, Michael, and Matt Tibos have all come to grief.
What in the world?
At the end of that long straight, and in the end, it's ended in a massive accident with Matt Tibos missing a wheel.
Whoa.
I didn't see it, Jamie, but it looks like it's a nasty accident.
Jack's in too. Whoa, what's happened? Jeez.
So out goes Michael, his race, a forgettable one now.
To be fair, his race is over. Johnny. As soon as he had to come in for a new pit stop. So I mean, I guess it can't be that mad. But that's a very weird crash. Tell you what, Shimasi's taking a 10.
Shimasi gaining on Pistas.
Yeah.
Slowly, but getting there. So lap 15 out of 28, a strange one there. We've got Jack Gooding, Michael and Matt Tibos all seemingly colliding. So in the end, Michael and Matt out of the race. Johnny ILR95 out of the race earlier on.
Yeah, Jack's out too. There's too much damage on that car to continue.
Too much damage for Jack Gooding, so the three of them are all out as a result of that crash. Falcon pretty much out of it, disconnected earlier on from the lead, so he's out, or second as it was. Johnny R95 out as well, so 5 cars missing from the Grand Prix. Calix still continuing, Jamie, despite that first lap incident.
Yep.
43 seconds off the car in front of him, but fair play to him on his debut for continuing. As Zallen's made his second stop, Jamie. We'll see how his progress is as the race goes on. But,
you know what?
Far from flattering pace so far.
I'm just watching this. Cliffy's catching Gunnanen. Gunnanen is catching Shimasi, and Shimasi's catching Beastas. And Beastas is catching Killer.
Wow. Well, hold on, we got a battle here, Jimmy. Sorry to come across that discussion. We've got Bugatti,
Bugatti
and Brandon side by side. Bugatti tries on Brandon round the outside of him. Brandon's yet to stop, isn't he? Yeah, he is.
Yeah.
And Bugatti round the outside of him. Better traction, newer tyres, but Brandon seemingly wants to fight the world today, doesn't he? And unable to find a way back ahead of Bugatti. So yeah, good to see Brandon getting his elbows out and finding his feet in ILR1, Jimmy.
It's good to see. That's some. I've enjoyed his driving today, especially that driving it against Beastas. To me, was probably my favorite part of the entire race.
Yeah, good stuff there from Brandon. But Cliffy, as you were mentioning moments ago, Jamie, that's quite surprising.
He's
Cliffy
turned it up
nowhere
this
in the
stint.
first stint, and he's turned it up in the second stint, and now on the attack of Dornan. What's going on?
I think it was. I think the Red Bull probably just suits those harder tires a lot. As Shimasi just kind of falling off Beastas a bit now. It's opened the gap by 4/10.
Can Shimasi maintain pace and keep Beastas honest? I hope he can, and make things interesting. It will get closed down if Beastas gets the Killer Zone though, Jamie. It will, but I don't think that will happen.
I don't think that'll happen. Killer will be, it'll be in by then.
So unfortunately, that will not help close the gap. But Shimasi responds now, Jamie, gets it back down to 2 seconds.
Okay.
So maybe, just maybe, it's on. So have we got a 4-car scrap in the final 11 laps for victory? Possibly. I'm not saying for sure we have. We might. At the end of the day, there is only around 4 seconds covering second to fifth as we wait for Killer Zone to pit out in the lead. So one mistake, Jamie, and the whole complexion of this race changes.
Yeah.
So it's certainly one to keep watching. It might be a slow burner this middle stint, but there's every possibility it could come to life, especially Cliffy. He seems to be flying. I don't know what's going on. It's as if fifth's quicker than fourth quicker than third, and third's quicker than second.
Yeah. And Shimasi's got it to 1.8. Man, we could be in for a hot finish to this race, man.
Yeah, and by the way, it's hard, almost we can't forget Killer Zone. By the way, he'll be coming charging back through in a set of super soft tyres. Beastas is catching him, but he's not catching him.
He's not catching him that quick. You know, Beastas must, because Beastas is actually losing quite a bit of time to Shimasi. It's 1.5 now. And yeah, that gap is really starting to stabilize between Killer and Beastas. Either Killer has insane tire wear management, or something's wrong with Beastas.
One of the two, but Killer will be in soon. Is he coming in now? No, I thought he'd have been in that lap for a set of supers.
Yeah, I think at this point he's got to be in the next lap or two, otherwise he's losing net time.
Yeah, so where will he come back out then? Let's have a quick look at where Killer could be joined. Perhaps around the 8th, 9th position?
Probably in 10th.
8th or 9th, maybe 10th. Well, we're one to watch. He's certainly be able to come charging back through on a set of supers. And if
between Mike and Ismi.
Better than Zallen. Because Zallen got a nightmare in that 2-stop.
Yeah, he's well out of the points too. I don't know what's happened there with him. He's about 7 seconds behind the actual points. So, Brandon's made a stop. Yeah, he's well back there too.
So the only man, I presume, yet to make a stop is indeed the late race leader, Killer Zone. So he'll be praying for rain right now. Remember that last year, Jamie?
Oh yeah.
I was praying for rain at this point, and it came right when I needed it.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to pick up a victory in ILR. That was a great afternoon.
It's a shame I missed that race. That was a good race too. That was a good race.
I enjoyed that. Back to the guys here and now, and Killer Zone still in that lead. Is the gap? Is it coming down more, Jamie? 1.2 now. Wow, Shimasi.
You can see everyone on the straight almost. Shimasi's wound it. It was 1.1 for a second. Now it's back to 1.3. But yeah, you know, he is working that gap. I think Beastas is the ultimate setup in sector 2. I think Beastas has too much wing on that car. I think that's what's going on.
Oh, this is quite incredible. If Shimasi can pull this off, I will be delighted for him. I really will be, because he's been in a bit of a rut, hasn't he, Jamie? He's not really been showing any sort of signs of being fighting at the front, and all of a sudden here today he's really turned up and put on a fine performance. Is it maybe the new season, Jamie?
Probably
when
new
everyone
season.
starts on 0 points. It's got him thinking and got him motivated.
Yeah, because it gets you motivated when you don't see a point gap. Everyone's on 0 points, so it's like, oh, let's do this again. Let's go.
Yeah, and perhaps that's what it is.
I was gonna say though, I think Beastas is just running too much wing. I think that's what's going on.
Yeah,
Because he gets caught in sectors 1 and 3, but he pulls away in sector 2.
he's responding though, Jamie. He's responding. 1.5
Yeah.
the gap now. But maybe he's just been saving his tyres as he continues to close in the killer zone. Who doesn't want to pit, Jamie, does he?
He doesn't want to pit.
Is he going to stay out to try and spoil BSS's party, perhaps?
You know what?
Maybe
if he's going to stay out, get this battle for first on my TV. I didn't think about that either. You know what? But maybe, I don't know. He's got to stay out probably until like lap 25. Surely those mediums must be just done, because the medium's lap span is about 22 laps at most.
No, Beastas will be there by lap 22.
Oh, he'll be there by lap 22. So I mean,
at the end of the day, there is points there for Killer Zone if he comes in, but
right.
But he's stayed out this long. You start to wonder, don't you? Is he trying to help Cliffy get into the fight here by holding them all up?
Yeah, because at this point it's silly now. At this point, staying out is silly. If he stays out again, it just shows you. Yeah, then he's trying to help Cliffy.
Well, keep an eye then. What will Killer Zone do on his debut? The debutant could put a spanner in the works of the race winner here. What will Killer Zone do? Is he going to come in, or is he staying out? He's coming in. So there you go. He's left it a little long.
He left it about 2 laps a bit long.
Comes in, so Killer Zone isn't going to help his teammate Cliffy by holding the whole field up. The scenes if that happened, that would have been insane.
Oh, that would have been insane. We got to get Shimasi closing this gap though.
Yeah, we do. So that's now 3.7 covering the top 4. Not quite the ILR3 tightness, Jamie, but not far away.
It's not far away. It's not far away.
But unfortunately, we're not getting the battles, the classic battles that we'd hoped for out there at the moment. Everyone in the field is well gapped. Actually, the best battle on track at the moment is probably It's Me against Alan. Let's have a little look at that then, as we wait on those guys at the front closing the gap. So, what about It's Me and Zalon? It's Zalon on that 2-stop. It's going to be difficult, you would think, for It's Me to get past. I think Zalon's made a move on recently.
He probably made a move on him.
Got into 11th. What about Michael Davis inside 10th position? We've been hoping for more from him actually, Jamie. I personally was. I mean, I thought new season he was going to be right up at the sharp end, but unfortunately it's not quite happened for him this afternoon. He's down in 10th position. He'll do well to get ace of pace. That will be an uphill challenge over the next 8 laps to try and get him. But Killer Zone's rejoined the track up in 8th place, Jamie.
That's not bad. And it's gonna start working on Bugatti as well too, I bet.
Yeah, there's a top 5 or 6 here maybe. I think we're maybe stretching it by top 6, but certainly Bugatti could be under threat.
Full of drive.
He could have come in a couple of laps earlier. He could have maybe got into the top 5.
Yeah, because he started losing net time staying out in those tires. How many positions has he made up? So he's made up 10 positions. That's really good.
And potentially a shout for driver of the day.
Who
else to be named, Jamie? Let's start that discussion. Might as well. He's up 10.
If Killer can make up at least maybe even up to 7th, I'll say he's the driver of the day. But Cliffy's also done a good job too, I gotta say.
Yeah, Cliffy and Little, both of them have done a great job. Going in Shimasi and Beastas all up 1 as a result of the demise for Falcon, so that's why they're all up 1. So I don't know. Beastas done a good job, but he's not been as imperious as he has been in recent races, hasn't he?
Yeah.
Shimasi's a shout for driver of the weekend because that is something I did not expect. If he wins it, if Shimasi can win this,
then he gets driver of the day, 100%. Oh yeah, come on.
But I want to hear what everyone in the comments thinks. Who watching the stream can name a driver of the day? I mean, Killer Zone gets a mention for me. Shimasi gets a mention. Cliffy, Lickle, those guys all getting a mention in my opinion. I think they've all done a great job. But right now, Jamie, Killer Zone, would you go for Cliff?
I'm going for Killer Zone right now. Because he's taken 2 seconds out of Bugatti in just that last lap. So he's definitely going to get him here. He probably even has a chance of getting even ZR Mercedes.
Tom says Brandon driver of the day, presumably for some of his battling.
That's a good shout, for sure.
Before we posed the question, I think. But,
yeah.
So Tom says Brandon for his driving, I presume, but no points. So I'm not going to say Brandon, but he's driven well.
He's good, yeah.
Not for me. Not for me. As the laps tick by, and what's the gap out like out front? It's 1.
Still about 1.2, so at least that's just monitoring it. Everyone's outside of DRS of each other. Actually, Cliffy's pulled it back into DRS.
Yeah, Cliffy trying to threaten going in for that final podium. He'll do well to get it. Certainly the driver of the day is up for grabs, and Killer Zone, if he can make the move on Bugatti here, certainly strengthens his claim. Here we go then. He goes side by side, And on those tyres, it's not going to be difficult. And on his way through, sets a brand new fastest lap of the race, a 1:34th lap. And up into 7th place goes Killerzone. Not much Bugatti could do. And he takes 7th away. Can he now close the gap to Zeno Mercedes? 5 seconds, Jamie, in 6 laps.
I think it's doable. It's doable. I mean, he took 2 seconds a lap out of Bugatti, and Bugatti wasn't even that much slower than ZR Mercedes.
You think that Killerzone's shown enough pace today, Jamie, to say that if he started at the front, he could have challenged Pistache?
Oh, 100%, 100%. Because what? He's only about 15 seconds off the lead. And that's not bad for someone who started at the back. And if he'd pitted sooner too, the gap would probably be even less than that.
Yeah, so Killerzone, to be fair to him, could have been up the front had he not had to start down at the rear. So yeah, Killerzone's showing some serious pace. As Shimasi now threatens to break the DRS, Jamie. Threatening, but not quite there yet.
Not quite there yet. Wow. Cliffy brought the DRS though. So Gunnernen's going to want to pick up that pace to get back in that DRS.
And now the top 4 separated as a group by less than 3 seconds. And
here we go.
It might not have been a classic up till now, folks, but as I said a few laps ago, the pot is simmering. It is simmering.
They're almost all in DRS of each other now. Cliffy's really won that gap back in. Yep, Shimasi's within DRS. He might fall out this next lap, but I think he is inching closer though, so Bistas is feeling the pressure.
Yeah, the pot is simmering, and with 5 laps to go, is the world champion Bistas going to continue his 100% record so far this season of victories, or is Shimasi going to come out of nowhere, and to be honest, it is out of nowhere, deliver and pick up a shock victory, Jamie? Because let's be honest, he was probably about 7th, 8th, maybe even 10th favourite to win this Grand Prix going into it, and all of a sudden he's really been on it. A great late lap.
Oh man, that car threw Bistas off. He's really wound that gap down now.
Now I think 2.6 cover the top 4. Now Shimasi within DRS, Gunnernenen within, Cliffy within DRS of Gunnernenen as well. Wow. This is closing up on lap 23 out of 28. We do have a race on our hands. Imagine if Falcon was still here.
Oh, can you imagine? And Michael.
Wow,
so Bistas is already trying to move to the middle of the track to break a toe. Here we go then.
Yeah.
And then it's DRS, because Shimasi has a lot of straight line speed and Bistas has nothing.
He sure does, and Shimasi turning that screw, beginning to ask the questions of Bistas. Do you have it in you? You might be a world champion, you might be the championship leader, you might be a race of champions winner, but do you have the bottle to survive a Shimasi onslaught? Because he is flying a superb effort in qualifying, and he's backing it up with pace in the race. 7/10 between them, and the Ferrari mechanics are beginning to get a little excited. The Ferrari flags flying the grandstands, the crowd excited as well, Jamie, and is Shimasi going to come out of nowhere and snatch the victory? You
know, they both have fuel problems. They're both fighting the cars in lean. Let's see how the other... Yeah, everyone is. All 4 of them have fuel problems.
Wow. Oh, wow. Meanwhile, Killerzone gets to within 3 and a bit seconds to Zeno Mercedes. I think it's too little too late for him in that battle.
I think he can still do it.
I think... Well, yeah, maybe. I thought it was 2 laps left. There's 4 laps left.
Yeah, it's 4 laps, yeah. It's 2.9 with 4.5 laps to go.
Yeah, he should get there. So, that will be one to watch as Bistas tries to respond to Shimasi, gets the gap over the 1 second margin again, and as neutral's grown again. A little bit frustrating, isn't it, to see that gap go back up. And can Shimasi throw anything at Bistas in the remaining laps of this Grand Prix? He doesn't have the fuel to throw it at him. Neither do it, and then there's the guys behind.
Cliffy, no one has any fuel. Cliffy,
Cliffy close enough to Gunnernenen, and Gunnernenen doesn't have DRS to the car in front. So now, can Cliffy and the Red Bull make the first move in this chess match between the front 4?
Nah, Cliffy's playing with the fuel too much. Nah, he doesn't have... I don't think Cliffy will actually even get him at all, because he had to fight the fuel in that straight. And yeah, he's going under now. So he needs to be careful with his fuel. I think he just needs to concentrate on, I don't know, bringing the car home.
No, forget that. 2.6 off the lead, bring the car home, no chance. No chance.
He doesn't have the fuel, that's the problem. He doesn't have the fuel.
Yeah. But there's champagne within 7/10 of a second of him as Zalin continues his charge through the pack, and he's now on the back of Racer pace, Jamie. So can Zalin move into the top 10? That horrible second stint has cost him, but can he now recover 9th position and double his points total from 1 to 2?
Oh, whoa, that's straight line speed.
And he's a pace under threat. Zalin on the inside. The Hungarian dives past the Swede. And as he threw, a little bit like ILR3, McLaren versus Ferrari, only not at the front. It's for the lower reaches of the top 10. Ace of Pace fights hard and holds on. Zalin now.
What an acceleration! Whoa!
Between these two. This is brilliant racing. And now, side by side, down the hill towards the end of that first sector. Zalin's going to have to go round the outside of Ace of Pace. The Swede does not give in easily, and can he out-traction him on the exit of the corner? Side by side they continue. What a battle between the two!
Yes.
And Zalin finally is through, or is he?
I don't think he is.
Still there on the inside. What a duel! Ace of Pace fighting hard with Zalin here. The guys at the front might not be getting up close and personal, but these two sure are. And Ace of Pace is finally beaten, and Zalin makes his move, and that was great to watch.
That was great to watch.
Racing.
But I don't know, Ace of Pace also has a lot of straight line speed in that car, so it's not yet complete. If he can follow Zalin through the dirty air, Zalin's riding the curbs a bit too. Oh,
yep.
Oh, he's got a good run. He's got a good run. It's not over yet.
Ace of Pace. There's another chapter to this story. Here he comes. Nice test between the two leaders, but we'll stick with this for the moment. Ace of Pace using the toe right up behind the back of Zalin. Zalin defends to the inside. Ace of Pace on the outside with DRS as well. Sweeping round the outside of Zalin.
Oh!
I think he might do that, Jamie. He might just do that. Side by side, he will have the inside for the final corner. If he pulls that off, that's a great move. Oh! Touching wheels.
Touching wheels. They're going to go side by side at turn 1. He's going to have a DRS too.
Side by side. Unbelievable, what a duel, almost touching wheels there into the first corner. Ace of Pace tries the outside now on Zalin. Zalin pushes his car out there, and it shows that he has got the high ground and holds on to
Oh, does he? He's running a bit wide though. Is Ace of Pace going to have the run out of this corner? Yes, he does. Oh, but he had to back off just a tad bit not to hit the back of Zalin, and that should seal it. Yeah, good car positioning.
He was really clever. He pushed it out wide and made sure that Ace of Pace wasn't trying
to
on the outside. And yeah, brilliant from Zalin, and he takes 9th place. He's not going to get to Bugatti, but I'll tell you a man who might get another place. Killer Zone on ZR Mercedes, and never even Leckel at this rate.
Yeah, I told you he was gonna clear. Yeah, he's on ZR Mercedes now. Oh man.
Wow, great race from
all the top 4 within DRS too.
Yeah, they all are, as ZR Mercedes now attacks Leckel, and ZR Mercedes realises he has to pass Leckel before Killer Zone gets to him. And is he going to do it now? On the brakes, he's going to drop.
Oh, he's going to force him to go defensive. Playing mind games there with Leckel.
And Shimasi now gets to within 7.5 tenths of Pistas. Penultimate lap. Has he got anything in his pocket? Has he got anything? 6 tenths now. Oh, come on, Shimasi.
Come on, pull it out. ZR Mercedes all over the back of Leckel blocks though. Is he going to make him go defensive? Ooh. Yeah, Killer Zone's there. Oh, they're going to stop by side.
ZR Mercedes through, is he? Yes, he is. Leckel tries the inside on the return. Oh, that's helping Killer Zone behind, who can now get a front row seat of this duel, and they still go side by side. Leckel and ZR Mercedes towards the end of that first sector. ZR Mercedes with the inside. Leckel tries to go back on the outside.
He's going to try and push him out wide.
He can't do it.
Yeah, he's done it.
And ZR Mercedes is through, and that allows Killer Zone to try and threaten a top 5 position, but Shimasi has never been closer. Half a second, Jamie.
Half a second now. Oh man.
Wow. Here we go then. Is this the moment Shimasi makes his move? We know the Ferrari has straight line.
Oh, Pistas is running a bit wide. Okay, he's brought it back in though.
He's brought it back in. 6 tenths as they hit the DRS zone. The top 4 all in your picture. Here we go. Is Shimasi closing up on this occasion to make a move? We've got a yellow in sector 2. Why is that? Don't know why, forget it. Shimasi out in front, unable again to get close enough. And that means we need to go to Killer Zone, who's side by side with Leckel blocks. And is he now into the top 6? It looks like it.
Man, he's putting in a masterclass, Killer Zone. He's putting in a masterclass.
Oh! Oh, it damages the wing.
Yeah, he didn't expect that. Yep, he didn't. That was a bit clumsy there, to say the least. Shimasi's within 5 tenths of Pistas though. Oh, on the last lap. Oh, on the last lap as well. He's doing a good job with the fuel management too. How much does Pistas have? Wow. Pistas doesn't have very much to defend with.
Oh, wow. Final lap of the Grand Prix. The top 4 have been so close without battling. What about on the final lap? Shimasi has never been closer at this stage of the lap. Is he going to finally make a move on Pistas? Leave it very late. Oh, he needs to be absolutely superb.
He needs to, yeah.
He needs to be epic through this final lap, but I don't think so. Beastas has found another level here.
Yeah, he's found another level. That should be it.
And that should be that. Shimasi's brilliant race. It isn't going to be enough to beat Beastas. And is Killerzone going to rob him the driver of the day? I think he is.
Yep, Killerzone. What a drive. You know, he's working on Zenar Mercedes here on the final lap, too. So maybe he can get him?
Yeah, he is. Perhaps he will. Gone in now, only 8 tenths behind Shimasi. He's closer to him than Shimasi is to Beastas on this final lap. But we have to go to Beastas, who is heading down that long back straight now. And he looks like he's going to make it 2 out of 2. He might win this championship come the end of the season. He might be making it look easy, but every single race he wins, Jamie, he has to fight for it. We've seen that in Melbourne, and we're seeing it again here today. Lap 28 out of 28. Beastas is going to keep a hold of his 100% record. It's 2 wins from 2 for Beastas. He wins the Chinese Grand Prix. It's a magnificent drive from Shimasi in second. Where did that come from? Gordon completes the podium, and Cliffy is fourth. Zenar Mercedes just about holding on and holding off Killerzone in the run to the line. So
what a drive from Killerzone.
Absolutely brilliant. He's sixth, and Zalin is going side by side with Ace of Pace again.
Whoa!
On this final lap. And look at that, I don't know who's going to get the final 2 points. Oh, it looks like it's going to be Zalin.
Someone's off though, someone's off. Look, a bus is off.
Oh, it's Lecco. I don't believe it.
Whoa.
He spun in the final corner.
He spun in the final corner.
He's got a puncture. He's got a left rear puncture.
Oh.
That's why. Wow. Lecco with a left rear puncture means that Zalin and Ace of Pace.
Oh, Callum and the boys going side by side to the final corner. I think that Callum gets a jump on Brandon at the last second.
Wow. Wow. What a duel. Half a tenth between them, sorry, as they went at the line, those two. What a race. Really enjoyed that. It might not have really opened up at the front the way we'd have liked it to, Jamie, but it was fascinating.
It was fascinating. I enjoyed it.
It kept us on the edge of our seat all race long, and in the end it was Beastas who made it 2 wins from 2 to really show that he's the man to beat this season. Now the world title might be heading his way again, because that was a magnificent performance from him. So Beastas wins, Shimasi with a fine second, and Gornin completes the podium in third. Many contenders for driver of the day, but Jamie and I seem to be agreeing that Killerzone gets it.
Yep, Killerzone
with that fine performance.
What a drive! What an absolute drive from him. Driver of the day for me, 100%. But what a drive from Beastas too, to hold on from the pressure. I think China just a track that really eats through the fuel. Cause I was watching everyone else was struggling with the fuel. So it's a good job by Beastas not to succumb to the pressure and to bring home the trophy from China.
Well, there he is. Well done, Beastas. 2 wins from 2. A fantastic performance under pressure, as you say, from Shimasi in second, who put in his best drive in a long time to come home in second. It's third position for Gornin. Satisfied with that, I would think, but again, if you finish this close behind someone, you feel disappointed you couldn't get more.
Yeah.
But there you go, your Chinese Grand Prix results. Beastas winning by just 1.3 seconds to Shimasi in second. Gornin was only 1.9 off the win in the end with third. Cliffy faded in the closing laps with fourth. Still a great drive from him though, from 10th position, another contender for driver of the day. Zenar Mercedes came from 13th to finish 5th. Killerzone, though, the star of the show, from 18th in the grid, moved up 12 places to finish 6th. Great drive from the Irishman. Bugatti 7th, a disappointing day for him, down 1 place. Zalin's 2-stop worked to an extent. He went up 1 position to finish 9th. Ace of Pace was 9th, or finish 8th, sorry. Ace of Pace was 9th, and Lecco with that late spin and puncture ended the afternoon in a disappointing 10th. Outside the points, it's me in 11th, the ILR2 champion. The ILR3 champion, Brandon, got his elbows out at times, but it wasn't enough to score points. He was 12th. Cal at Risk was 13th on his debut, and a bit of a disaster really for him, I suppose, after that early bump and early damage to the front wing. The rest of them didn't make the finish. That was Michael Davis and everyone else basically out of the Grand Prix as well. There was a 3-car shunt as well at one point, Jamie, wasn't there?
Yeah, Matt said he tried to let what's his face, Michael through, but I guess he thought it was lag because Michael didn't respond quick enough, and then he shunted straight to the back of Matt. I don't know why Jack went spinning though, but that's just a shame.
Well, it's a real shame, a real disappointment to see that happen. And yeah, an enjoyable race to an extent. I think it was cagey at times, but a big congratulations to Beastas on the victory. We both agree that debutant Killer Zone gets driver of the day. He'll be looking for more ILR appearances as the season goes on. He gave a really good account of himself. And yeah, next up we have got ILR2 in just around 15 minutes time, Jamie. That'll be another cracker, won't it?
Oh yeah, oh yeah. I guess who is commenting on it? I've forgotten. It's the duo of
Brandon and Sue.
Brandon and Sue. So tune into those guys for another hopefully entertaining race around China. And yeah, I guess we'll catch you guys next time. What's wrong with this game?
See you later, folks. We're off to the Bahrain Grand